Howie Roseman is going to have to be a busy general manager from now until the trade deadline. Because while there are issues that I don't even know if trades can fix for the Philadelphia Eagles, their offensive struggles, put that to the left right now, there's no doubt in my mind that the Philadelphia Eagles need to acquire some talent ahead of the deadline if they are going to hope to be back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Obviously, the needs are cornerback 2, edge rusher, and you could argue offensive line depth. Now, I'm going to focus more on the defensive side of the football here because I think that the defense seriously is a piece or two away from being back to one of, if not the best in football. And maybe that piece is just one cornerback, 2, and then Jalen Carter or Nolan Smith being fully healthy. But if I'm Philly and I'm Howie Roseman, I'm certainly being aggressive in this market. There are cornerbacks, high level, Denzel Ward, that I would pay an arm and a leg for at this point in time. Because the Browns are in a bad spot. They just went and acquired Tyson Campbell, who has a massive cornerback contract, and I don't know if they want to have 2. But if Denzel Ward is available, a guy who might be a top 5 corner in football, you have to at least pick up the phone and see what the asking price is. And maybe he's not available. Riq Woolen in Seattle. He needs to clean up his process a little bit, but he has very good intangibles and athleticism. He's one of the faster corners in football. Good size to him. And shit, when you look at our cornerback room, outside of Quinyon, and obviously DeJean's the nickel, Keely Ringo, Adoree Jackson, Jacorian Bennett, even if Riq Woolen commits some penalties here and there, he's a better option than what we currently have. Because as we saw in that New York Giants game, our lack of corner depth was exposed. In the fact that Jackson Dart could just predetermine that whoever was on Keely Ringo was going to be open. Lil Jordan Humphrey, throw it up. Wan'Dale Robinson, throw it up. It didn't matter. That is a problem. Because what do you think Matthew Stafford's going to do in a playoff game with Davante Adams and Puka Nacua? Shit, what do you think this upcoming week's going to happen with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison? These teams are going to hyper-target our cornerback 2 position. And while I love Quinyon Mitchell, he can't be everywhere. You know, I saw Ryan Clark suggested, which was actually finally a good idea from Ryan Clark, that the Eagles do what the Patriots used to do with Darrelle Revis. And we have Quinyon Mitchell shadow the wide receiver 2. So for the Minnesota matchup, that'd be Jordan Addison. And then just double team and bracket Jefferson. And let somebody else beat us. And if we can't get another corner in by that point, that might be what it has to be. Truthfully. So cornerback 2, an absolute must-add addition to this football team. Not a doubt about it in my mind. They have to go acquire another cornerback 2. And realistically, they should probably get a 3-2. I would trade for a corner, one of the guys I mentioned, or somebody else that becomes available. And I'd also go sign in Asante Samuel Jr. and see if he can get healthy. Because one cornerback injury, and then all of a sudden, the trash on the team is back playing again. No thank you. Edge rusher, Zadarius Smith just retired. I didn't make a video on it. He said he retired for personal reasons. I know there are people coming up saying, like, oh, yeah, the Eagles, blah, blah, blah. The guy wasn't playing. He wasn't signed to a team for a lot of the year. He came in mid-season and he left in a month. Generally, that means it just wasn't worth playing to him. Maybe if we were dominating games and he was having like elite levels of fun out there, he would have stayed, but I don't want to speculate on what he's got going on. The point is, lose Josh Sweat this offseason, lose Milton Williams this offseason, lose Zadarius Smith right now, Nolan Smith's hurt. The team needs edge rusher depth. I've seen some reports of Brandon Graham come out of retirement. I don't think we're headed in that direction. I do think Philly will make a move for another edge rusher piece. The defensive line is decently deep, and I do think that they actually believe in the talent there of Ojulari, Uche, Jalix Hunt, Moro Ojomo, Ty Robinson, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith will be back. So I don't know if it's necessarily a massive need to go get, say, a Trey Hendrickson. I don't envision that being the move. Obviously, if we went out and got a Trey Hendrickson, there's no complaints from me on that move because we'd probably just let the contract expire and let him walk at the end of this year. And, you know, hey, let's go get on a run with an elite level pass rusher. I'm here for it because the pass rush hasn't been good this year. But I could also see this team very much more so. And this is how I would approach it: more so value getting a high end corner too, and then trust when Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith are healthy that your pass rush will be there. And if needed, play Dean and Vaughn at linebacker and Jahad Campbell as an edge rusher. I just think there's more options for Philly at edge rusher than there is at corner two. At corner two, we almost have a virtually unsolvable problem without a trade. At edge rusher, there's movements that could be made. Jermaine Johnson from the Jets is a guy who people are talking about that I wouldn't mind. But again, there's just a lot of depth around this league that I think that they could get one. But I would like to see Howie Roseman make multiple trades on this defensive front. And I think he needs to be busy because I think we're more dependent on the defense this year to be high level than we were last year because the offense isn't good enough. And I mean, if we could trade for Mike McDaniel to become the OC, I'd be all for it. Because right now, the offense is a whole other issue. We'll put a pin in that. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But right now, Philly needs to make some massive trades for this defense. Those are my thoughts on that. What trades do you want to see Philly make? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you love the Philadelphia Eagles and you're not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, hit that button, and I will catch you next time. Peace.